To me, being healthy means the ability to do whatever it is you want to do on a day-to-day basis, be it physical or mental.
If you'd have asked me 10 years ago, I'd have probably said being in the best physical health possible. I think now I take a much more balanced approach. I think being happy is very much a big part of being healthy.
Men talking about how they feel is vital for us surviving. We need to break the stigma that is men keeping it to yourself.
You know, everyone's probably familiar with the old saying, which is a problem shared is a problem halved. You know, anyone that's had that kind of, I want to say, a bit of a grey cloud kind of hanging above their head before probably knows what it feels like for it to get heavier and darker.
In a world that's less physically connected than it's ever been, it's more important to talk than ever. I think men need just as much support as anybody else.
I think some people fear that they're attention seeking when they're saying that they've got a problem, but really people deal with things in different ways.
Everyone is familiar with the term man up, which I think is quite detrimental. It makes you kind of think that you don't, what you're feeling or thinking isn't quite as important, and whatever else, you know, you're working on or working towards should come forward, and you can't break away from that. That's the end goal. You've got to get there. It doesn't matter what you're facing.
I'm not very good at opening up and talking about how I feel. I go into default mode and make a joke about everything, no matter how serious the situation. So having a son recently has made the biggest difference on my life. Wasn't the easiest of journeys to parenthood for myself and my life, and after a difficult couple of years, in April last year, a son was born. Unfortunately, after an hour...
You okay? Let's go from in April last year.
I just need a minute.
No,
I don't
okay.
talk about stuff like this.
Have a minute when you're ready, Mark.
In April last year, a son was born. However, after an hour of being born, he was taken through to the antenatal unit and put in an incubator, and was actually intubated so that he could breathe. So the first 7 days of his life were kind of spent in there, so we missed out on a lot of the usual newborn phase of him. But luckily now, you know, he's a healthy little boy, grown up well, and that's kind of inspired me to be the best dad I can be, and just you know, appreciate spending time with him.
The saying goes, it's okay not to be okay, and if you don't ask people, you wouldn't know. So I think it's about being available and encouraging people to speak out if they've got a problem.
If you share a problem with friends or family, then it's a problem halved, and you never know, they might be going through something similar to what you are.
Sometimes it's about finding the right environment to be able to talk about your feelings, and you know, doing it with people that you can trust and feel comfortable with.
Yeah, celebrating the small wins, putting small actionable steps in place, and kind of trying to be content with the moment.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. None of us are perfect, we never will be, and we're here for a good time, not a long time.